Start the stream.
No, don't
Brad,
lick me! Don't lick me!
Brad, I'm gonna need. Brad, I'm gonna need you to stop being a piece of shit.
I began to gently fillet his displacer beast, making sure to season it correctly.
I want my displacer beast to take its thorn cock.
A little jealous right now, because I will not be able to taste this delicious displacer beast meal you are making.
So, Josh, I wish for Raziel to take its thorned cock and mount Argent. Do it.
Excuse me. No, I'm at least allowed a saving throw to prevent this. This is like.
Why the saving throw?
You didn't command your displacer beast to defend itself, so I can fillet it as a free action.
Oh. My camera's not focusing.
Now it's focused. If it wasn't so cold, I'd take my shirt off. No, I'm just
Me
kidding.
too.
What,
so we
shirtless
stream.
stream.
Twitch?
Okay.
Oh,
Banned from Twitch by shirtless streaming.
What, you can't take off your shirt on Twitch?
No, I don't.
No.
I don't even fucking know.
No, but not anymore. Tarek used to stream shirtless all the time for his CSGO
We
stream.
can't have bad nipples in the stream.
So they told him no.
it's for gender equality. You know, you can't stream shirtless as a woman.
Well,
What? I know.
Why the fuck not?
Well, why
come
not?
on, it's equality. They
I
got
watched that
they got equality on Facebook. You could show titties on Facebook now. Come on, man.
No.
Don't-
No.
Don't be.
But
No.
only in an artistic manner.
Yeah, but
It's only if it's artistic. That's like their ruling on it. You can't just do it to show off your titties.
so like body paint.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Like
just
that.
put like a little smiley right on the tit and be like, yeah, it's art.
No, you put like the mouth of the smiley like on your stomach, so the nips are the eyes.
Oh.
Yeah. You just changed
Yeah.
scenes.
Oh, we're in
Pair
a.
of the
This place looks dank.
It's the dankest.
I don't remember entering a swamp.
I'm gonna
the
be
last
honest. For me, at least, Ken's camera is occasionally messing up. It's cutting straight down the middle of his face.
Oh no!
So half of his face doesn't move, and the other half does. Alright, this looks really cool.
Two-Face.
Exactly. Oh, and now he's half a face.
The man, the myth, the legend.
That's what I like to hear.
Alright. So, we last left off where you had managed to meet...
Oh, my ad! Look, my ad's figured itself out.
There it is.
Oh no.
Oh.
Is it backwards for anyone else?
No,
No.
it's regular.
It's because you're in Australia.
No, they're broadcasting it backwards for him, so it shows up normally for us. But anyway, last we left off, you were meeting the Knight Commander of the new colony Western on the lands of Lilthan. You were given charge of checking out what happened to one of the lumber camps that are further out towards the swamp areas, further up to the north. As well as receiving a small charge to go with you, a much younger lad, an elven boy called Weatherfin, who seemed extremely ecstatic and excited to be going out with you.
He's gonna die. I'm just sorry, guys. I'm really sick.
Oh, are you racist with elves now? Typical orc behavior.
So,
Oh, he has pointed ears. He must be a vile oppressor.
So you were forewarned by the Knight Commander that there's supposedly a feral tribe of savage orcs out here. From the evidence that they found, though, they have no confirmation, and unfortunately none of the bodies of those who were at the camp beforehand. Weatherfin is now currently leading you the day's travel north into the swamp to the lumber camps that scout out some of the trees, as well as trying to keep track and so he can give a good report. You can see, though, he's still sticking kind of close to Flora because she told him to stay nearby. And he's also just thinking. You could tell on his face, even though he sees everyone else with their extremely powerful-looking equipment between the great bow, Puck floating around Arjun, Kesh's great powerful maul. Flora's got one of the oddest body types between her porcelain body and Warforged build. You can see him constantly like watching her fingers and arm move. Between leading you north, you manage to see a few other dinosaurs and larger reptiles that you're not sure entirely what they are. Some of the locals that Weatherford had mentioned that were called trihorns, others that have extremely long necks. You see a few out in the distance, but are going in the other direction, deeper into the marshes. And if there's creatures this big that you could see so far out from the fields, you can only imagine what kind of creatures you might run into inside the swamp.
So, on the mainland where we came from, there was no dinosaurs?
No. They seem to have mostly stuck to the forests, and even the other people that had lived in the area said that the larger reptiles live further west towards the jungles. Though there's a fair amount of large ones in the area, you could tell that they seem to, in general, avoid the colony. Maybe they just do it out of habit, or maybe some of the colonists are already been trying to kind of prod them to keep them from getting too close to town in the areas that they would keep their farms. So.
I was basically saying, like, have we seen a dinosaur before, since we're not from here?
Oh, from a dinosaur before? No.
Okay, so I'm freaking out.
I roll to shit myself.
One of the largest you see has 3 horns with a large plated head. Though you can see its massive size, it doesn't seem to really be running around. It just kind of casually strolls as it's eating.
It's big for an herbivore, don't you think?
Okay.
Careful not to anger any of those. I've never seen such creatures before.
Stop looking at Discord.
He's just staring at Discord, just...
Everyone stares at it. So,
I mean...
as you're continuing forth, you can tell that the marsh itself seems to have quite a lot of life in it. Very large insects, creatures. Though you do see a few snakes here and there, there's nothing extremely out of the ordinary. You do hear extremely loud buzzing, though, occasionally, as Weatherfin tries to lead way on the path, though you could tell, even though he's been out to it before, it's still hard to find, especially where the marsh leads off. The only real tracks you can find is half-sunken wood bridges that seem to have gone down into the marshes. Sinkholes are extremely tough to judge.
If I found, like, what looks like I think would be, like, the tracks I'm looking for, could I use nature to try to, you know?
Yeah. So you want to try
Nature roll this shit?
Expedite us?
I'm just trying to expedite this. Alright,
I'm just gonna start tossing in completely unrelated long words to describe things.
Expediting us with the 24, Josh.
So for a lot of the some of the tracks that you do find as you're going about, you do see a lot of the human tracks. You see, kind of like the regular leather sole shoes. A few others that are kind of more cheaply made, but still fit the shape of what would be humanoid size.
Okay.
Not too much out of the ordinary. You do see, though, there's what looks like kind of like one clawed toe for some of the feet in some tracks, though they seem to follow the path with everything else. You do notice, though, that it's slightly larger than the others on some of them, with the ones that have the claw marks at the tips of the toes. And then as well there's only a few that you could see that look like they crossed the path, but then are quickly washed off in a more watery area with almost like a childlike sized foot, but with the same kind of claw marks at the front of the toes.
Okay. I just want to kind of pause for a second. Rozzy's camera is frozen, and it's just staring into my soul.
Oh God. That's why I was just sitting still to freak us out.
Razzie, you have discipline.
I used to do that when I did this with another group of people. Is I'd just freeze and then wait till they brought it up, and then I would like jump at the camera. Just
Oh, God. So,
it's not that hard.
as you continue forth, though,
Yeah.
do you bring up these odd kind of looking tracks?
I'm actually gonna turn, so I can be like, I found some tracks with a weird clawed toe. This is gonna be really racist too, towards Keshi here.
Whoa, what?
I don't think it's gonna be that racist. You're being part orc. Are your toes clawed? I don't know. I don't know. I don't have much experience with many other races.
Didn't you say it was 3? Like 3?
No, I think it was 3 clawed. I'm not gonna say that.
What is it, Josh?
It's a three clawed toe. Like 3
Okay,
toes.
I roll to slap. There.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
I thought you
roll
said it
that.
was human. I thought you were saying human-ish footprints. My bad. I don't care about those human clawed toes. I will say that there's weird footprints going on.
Hmm.
I think there's a clever girl around here.
That made me feel rather blue.
With that, you can kind of see Chandran and Illimar, as I correct his name finally.
Ilmar.
Kind of, hesitantly watching the swamps a little more closely, especially now that you mentioned that there was something odd about the tracks, and especially if it crossed this path already, it might possibly. You could tell they're assuming it might possibly still be nearby. At this point, you could see Weatherfin like. Oh, I wouldn't worry about it too much. I've seen a lot of the larger creatures here. A lot of them seem to stay off the path, though. There's been some hungry creatures here and there, but nothing we haven't been able to handle so far.
Like that weird toad there.
You do actually see him sitting there on one of the posts, just kind of sunning himself. Seems to have some small mushrooms kind of about him, growing off of him, kind of covered in moss with a few other insects flying around him.
You should get that taken care of.
How big is this toad?
This toad is about a foot tall. As it's just kind of sitting
That
there.
seems pretty big.
Yeah.
That's a big toad.
He might have swamp athlete's foot. He should get that checked out.
I guess while being wary of the surroundings, we push forward.
I follow.
I will tell my good people to keep an eye out. They are not
Hey,
gonna
yo.
believe me.
What's
Elves.
what's everyone's passive perception real quick?
My passive perception is 15. No, my passive perception is 20. My bad.
Mine's a
Mine-
12.
Mine's 16.
All right.
Actually, mine's probably better than that. Let me go pull up the sheet, but
I just
mine's
wanna let you-
probably Ken's.
I just want to let you know, I just drank coffee and a whole bunch of other sugar, and now we're just drinking more.
Need to calm down.
I'm just really thirsty.
All right, so. As you as you're going on, Velnek, you everyone else doesn't see this, but you manage to catch it. It looks like a log is floating towards Kesh as you're kind of going over one of the bridges. You realize the shape of the head just as you catch one of the eyes, though, is that you see what looks like a crocodile getting close, of very large size.
Oh shit, Kesh. There's a.
What?
Is it to your right or her? Like it's to her right?
To her right.
Okay. You're being hunted. You're right. Somebody's tracking you.
Captain's log. I feel like this is increasing the amount of memes.
Yeah. Say shit and then do this. Fucking look at your next monitor. Just. What kind of reaction did that get? Wow, I suck. But I alert Keshi to the incoming danger.
Yeah, I can jump back real quick and turn to face whatever's coming at me.
I also
mace
wish
a
to
little bit.
ready a lance into my greatest bow.
So, as you look, you can easily spot it, especially since you're not too far off. Yeah, you immediately see the location as it kind of now pauses as you kind of shift from one side to the other on this walkway. You can see the large creature now just kind of waiting for a moment. Just it seems almost kind of like expectingly watching you, waiting for you to move.
You want to take care? Should we take care of it or keep moving slowly?
Would I know anything about this type of creature?
Would I know anything about this type of creature?
I think that's the more relevant question.
Kish, you probably have seen a crocodile or an alligator that you would, especially even being as a previous pirate, that you would probably run into, like maybe a marsh or something that you dropped off and or something in.
Yeah.
And you would know that fast motions would definitely draw its attention. Most of the time, they don't really pay much heed to anything else. And also, most of the time, once they've been spotted, they kind of wait for like a panic motion.
All right.
While we're here, and I'm gonna turn to a little bit back towards the group, and I'm gonna say to Flora. I'm looking at my dog. I'm sorry.
Is Ross even
Turn
in
back. My dog.
Chloe moves a lot, so like I'll hear it. It's just kind of like this new bed scratches, so like it'll freak me out. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Hey,
It's just
Rosie's
her
back.
rejecting. Rosie! I can't.
I can't hear you.
Can't hear you.
Probably got to fix your microphone. That's what happened to me last time. At this point, whether you can see Weatherfin in the back with.
Well, I was gonna say towards Flora to keep Weatherfin close, for I fear he might freak out more than us.
Yeah, Discord's an asshole.
So yeah.
Oh, hi, Mark.
oh, hi, Mark. So yeah, Belknap has said to Flora to keep Weatherfin close and safe.
What's he going to freak out about? It's just a log.
I will take one of my ball bearings out of my pouch and throw it at the creature.
All right.
Just to maybe no, like so that it knows that it's like spotted or whatever, and like maybe it'll fuck off.
All right, go ahead and roll a. You don't even have to really roll for it because it's such a large target anyway. Just roll a d4 plus your strength mod for damage.
Oh. Roll to kill.
Alright. So you could tell you pelt it like square in one of its eyes as it just immediately tucks under the water real quickly. Now it knows definitely it's been spotted. You can see it, though, for a quick moment before the water gets murky from all the mud, it's starting to swim off towards the rocks and vanish.
Considering that we're clearly like rolling through the water bit here, I actually like pick Weatherfin up and just hold him out of the water.
Oh.
Give him that shoulder ride, dude. That
Exactly. What? On my shoulder.
Alright, so
Even the doll, should it please you?
Ooh.
as he kind of sits there, he's extremely ecstatic. He's just like oh, I can see so much more across the swamp now.
Your passive perception has gone up.
It increases
That has been updated.
Enemy has been detected. The map has been updated. Oh no. So, we should press on slowly. We don't know what else lurks in the water.
Is that how a life is taken?
Slowly. Gently. That is how a life is taken. Oh god, I farted at the end. No, that's not what I wanted. No! Oh! IV can't turn to iPhone.
Do you smell that? It must be swamp gas.
Must be swamp gas.
There's an HD webcam for a PC using an iPhone.
Yeah, see, I was trying to set one up that didn't have this bullshit here.
It's not that distracting, I'm just memeing on you.
Anyways, we progress!
But I couldn't.
We progress towards the frog with the spores.
Whose spore is this?
Keep up now, keep up! Jondren?
Captain.
Let's keep going!
I am the captain now.
I am the captain now. Apparently there was an improvised line.
That's pretty cool. You can see John and Elmar kind of hang back a little just to try and keep an eye on things.
Okay.
So I will stop when I see the toad and look at it and say,
Hello.
Hello there.
Hello there.
As it's basking, you can just see like one of the eyelids open up. It just kind of like looks at you curiously.
I turn to Vilnak and say, I've seen this on Naruto.
No. Really? Which episode? I've been really falling behind on my Naruto.
Just kidding.
Alright.
You gotta be sure to watch all of Boruto's dad first. Oh god. So, yeah, the little toad just kind of watches. You know, Puck kind of like watches a little more hesitantly, carefully, like. It's always the cute ones that get you.
Does that mean that I should watch you more closely?
Shh! Don't look too deep into it. It's my job. As you get your way across the bridge, you do see what looks to be. Oh my God, Brad!
Get back on the map, you tool.
Why is it so fucked up? I'm not attached to squares. Here we go.
I don't even know. What the fuck? Anyway, as you get across the way, you do see what looks like a rather large nest kind of set in the path. Looks like it was more quickly built, but still of a very large size. It seems to be made of varying amounts of leaves, brush, and sticks. You can see a few larger sized insects going in and out, kind of with a loud buzzing and kind of just making an absolute racket, but it seems to be on the same path that you're going.
Can I, like, what do the insects look like? Are they just giant mosquitoes? Are they just giant mosquitoes, Josh? They're just giant mosquitoes, aren't they?
For the majority of them, if you get a closer look, you do see a few larger ones as they kind of weave around the nest. The nests themselves are about the good size of maybe like 10 feet or so, as they're kind of just quickly wrapped around and seem to be stuck together with some kind of spit. The creature itself seems to have almost like barbs on the front of it, almost what seem to be pincers in a way, and a spiked tail with almost very vibrant, bright, iridescent red.
Rosie, your dick's in the way of your face.
Iridescent red wings.
Just kidding.
This is too lewd for streaming.
Sorry, it's just playing D&D makes me so hard.
How hard do you get?
Might have to
Diamond.
get mine out.
I'd tell you, but then I'd have to kill you.
Mine's a little hairier.
Mucking about.
So, do you Miss Weatherfin? Do you remember a gigantic nest of bugs here, or this new?
No, this wasn't here when I last returned with the totem and the dots.
How long ago?
Oh,
Did he say that earlier? I can't remember. Okay.
It takes a day to get out here, and maybe after I got back and gave the report, it was probably a good 3 days or so. The screams of the children.
Don't worry about them. They're
I
just
told you
swamped.
to stay in the basement.
Oh fuck!
Oh. But no, these nests are huge. Like the highest they go up is 10 feet or so.
Do they seem like aggressive towards us? Yeah, fire's probably gonna be our best bet here.
You're not even entirely sure. Like, it seems like they're not aggressive, but at the same time, you kind of get the same feeling from the look of the nest. Like most you could think of as wasps, as they get some kind of buzz around. As one of them goes by, you manage to catch it as it goes into the top of the nest. Let me get a close here so you can get a good image. And keep in mind, the one that goes in the top of the nest is probably like 6 inches. If you see it.
I don't want to deal with that thing. That thing looks terrible.
A 6-inch blade.
Probably like 800 of them.
Those look crazy.
Let's just go around. It's a big swamp.
So, yeah, you can try and find a...
This is appointment as the IV can.
What the fuck? You kind of look, but you can tell it might be a little difficult to try and shift around a nest this size without aggravating him. But you can try and dip around without issue.
Well, Velnak, you seem very in tune with nature.
He's pulling out his blade.
I can see you have a blade that won't lose reception in an anti-magic
yes.
field.
Yes. Yeah. It's the one thing I know for sure.
An anti-magic field.
Well, yeah, I think we should go around. These creatures don't look as hospitable as the toad there.
I'd hate to be drained of blood before we reach those orcs. I'd much rather die in battle.
Most, especially those, they might be poisonous. I don't have time for that. It gets all over.
I thought you people were immune to those poisons.
Oh my fucking god. That is fucking racist. You should slap her. I thought you people were immune to poisons, you know what I mean? You guys are always like fingering the poison bottle, like trying to get the last couple drops.
I thought that was a quirk of you people.
Oh.
I'm actually gonna look at this.
I don't think you do.
No, I don't think so either. But yeah, we'll go around.
Alright. Just roll me a nature to try and find a way through.
And I roll my nature! Still an 18. That's still pretty good.
Nice. So, you do manage to find a way around through the marsh that avoids the majority of the sinkholes. You're still a little familiar with the muck and grime. You do see a few spots here and there that would kind of probably swallow up some of your compatriots up to their waist or maybe even deeper. So as you point them out and lead the party cautiously around this huge nest. At this point, though, as you're kind of shuffling around, you kind of notice a few eyes looking at you. Very large and yellow. There seems to be multiple sets of them.
Can I see them with my 20 perception of passive?
Yes, you can. You can easily see them. You can tell they're not trying to hide. At this point, you can see that these creatures were probably waiting to try and grab whatever insects come from the nest. As one kind of shuffles through the mud, getting closer to Argent.
Oh no. This is the end.
So let me just get this in place.
Move us along, Josh. I'm tired of staring at this toaded bridge.
They leave immediately. But
It's
no.
totally radical.
IV cam turns iPhone, iPad.
It's like a TV sensor.
Uh,
What's the ice?
So at this point, you can see these creatures kind of shuffling in.
Oh, weird toes
Holy
with
shit.
human skulls.
Are we in Toad Valley? I've seen this episode.
Toad City. At this point,
We're gonna croak.
you can see them. One's kind of quickly moving up to Argent.
I'm gonna have the Noodle Panther, do
Stay back, you.
a very dominant. What do they hiss? I don't know. I don't know what sound
I'm
this
assuming it hissed the cat.
It is a cat, but it's also
Like that hiss growl.
It's like a fake cat. I don't know. Hiss
I mean,
growl. And snapping some noodles.
All right.
Crack that noodle.
At this point, you can see it it sees the attention, but in predator instinct, it still goes for that one daring bite, and it's gonna try and lunge at Argent. Roll initiative.
Oh no.
Rolling my initiative! Rolling the grenade! Fuck!
Right, I'm gonna kill you
back
with
at
this
me.
frag.
Oh my god. That kind of roll right there, that shit would kill me. Bounced it up. Oh no.
Oh,
Nick
Jesus.
has
Nick
rolled more ones in his career than all of us.
I mean,
See, it's
I wish it was all in Warhammer, just so he'd have more power.
What is that? The weird gloop.
That you'll find out in a moment.
I think that's the insects.
I don't think that's the insect. I think that's toad jizz.
let me actually put myself in a real square.
Oh god.
A 19. A 19. All right, all right, all right. We got one more frog. Oh,
Oh,
18.
of course. You know, the frogs do need to go fast. Like, I mean, it's only natural.
There's a frog that's down on the screen somewhere. Zoom out. Oh, I found him. Wow, that's a lot of frogs.
Yeah. They're pushing.
It reminds me of an old game I used to play back at
Oh,
the tower.
our frog
Frog
bro
guy.
with the mushrooms is just abandoning us with his butterflies. Whatever.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
I mean, you left him behind, Brad.
I didn't leave him behind.
We
He was
did
right
recruit
behind
him.
us.
Toad summoning jutsu.
Alright, so this frog, I'll get this guy out here since you're avoiding him. This frog is just gonna try and quickly move up. It's just gonna try and latch on to Kesh's leg.
Does he have to climb? He has to roll a climb, Josh.
For this,
Hey, it's a frog, man.
they're not that scary, trust me. Oh wait, hold on. I almost forgot. Weatherfin, Chandra, Delmar. That would have been stupid.
Yeah, what if he goes before and fucking owns that frog?
It's true. He could. So we'll rewind him for a moment.
I want Jondrin to fucking roll a nat 20.
Imagine if he. Oh!
Bob,
As you command, Captain.
I said, I'm going in. Fucking damn! Like,
oh no!
you just wanted it, and it happened.
Hey, 1 in 20 chance.
And I called it.
You should play the lottery, man.
I think the lottery has a lower chance of success than 5%.
All right. At this
Oh my
point,
god, even our little nut night Weatherfin's going in.
All right. So immediately, you could see Jondrin sees the one coming up behind Kesh, and quickly knocks an arrow, and he's gonna take a shot at it. Oh my god!
Yeah. Shoot that one. It seems to be quicker.
And
than
I
the
am
others.
prophesizing this 20.
The nat 20. If it's a nat 20, I'm gonna fucking shit myself.
We just continue through the forest with no problems.
Oh,
I mean,
still, it's
That was-
fucking.
It's still close enough. He's got that
I
nice.
tried so hard and got so far.
Oh my god. Had to bring your nippers along. Oh. He just lances it right in the side and for 8 damage. As you can see, it just goes straight through the side and catches it off guard. That Weatherfin in a static fucking spur of the moment, he kind of jumps off of Flora's shoulder, quickly pulls out his long sword, and charges one of the frogs.
He was
God.
on her shoulder.
Got a fucking death wish, man.
Is he like a
Can
gnome?
Flora have a reaction to catch Weatherfin instead?
I mean, Flora is a giant ceramic.
I mean, if
Right, if he wants to kill himself, fuck him.
No, I put you in charge.
oh god. That
Look at him. He's trying his little heart out, alright?
as he swings, he kind of slides in the mud. It just kind of slaps down beside it. Unfortunately, you can tell he almost hit it.
You have to wait for success to come to you.
Now this giant frog, though a little wounded, is gonna just try and move up and go for the prey it initially saw.
A giant orc woman.
I mean, that thickness.
This thickness will
God.
feed my family for months.
Whatever that's targeting,
That
it
would,
hits.
yeah, that'd be AC.
Okay, I use Mighty Hue.
Oh.
Like right when he does that, I.
All right. So,
It's
how much would
great.
that reduce it by? Or I'm trying to remember.
Hang on. It's all on the thing. I just gotta roll it.
Wow.
Sweet.
Oh Jesus Christ!
You just kill it, probably.
Is this an interrupt or a
Yeah,
reaction?
it's an interrupt.
Sweet.
Hence why it halves the damage.
As it tries to bite into Kesh, Flora, you just immediately lance right into it
Ah,
before it can even
it's-
bite down hard. It just barely catches you, Kesh. It just like mostly scratches you. It only deals 4 damage.
It survived that attack?
Yep, it's extremely
Alright.
bloodied from that though.
Are these
I love-
toads made out of adamantium or?
No.
Holy
A blockade
shit.
is perfectly legal.
Gosh damn.
Alright, Kesh.
Alright. Let's see. Trying to figure out if I want to take an attack from this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Not. Guess I'll shift there,
Alright.
and I'm gonna provoke an opportunity attack from that frog.
Okey-doke. Let's see. 18.
That misses.
Alright. Just kind of tries to hop out of the mud and bite. He just snaps at the air.
So this is versus the lowest of his AC, reflex, or fortitude.
Oh, that definitely hits. The one to your right or below.
I was targeting this one.
As you immediately just smash into him, just leaving the opportunity for you to strike easily as it quickly snapped at the air before you even got close enough for it.
Let's see. Do I have CA versus enemies that haven't acted? Am I?
If you're a
I'm-
pure rogue, you do, I believe.
I am a pure rogue. I've just never played a rogue before.
Yeah, so you'd have CA.
Yeah, pure rogues have first strike.
Okay,
So-
sick.
Sneak attack. Oh, shit. Oh, goddamn.
He's fucking dead, dude.
Yeah. You fucking just immediately come over as it snaps. You just literally just smash your fucking maul straight into its head and completely decimate this creature.
Be careful, they're made of adamantium. Just kidding.
The iron frogs of the north.
That sounds terrifying.
I wouldn't want to fight an iron frog. Fuck that shit.
My turn.
This point, Ilmar sees the small man trying to be a knight. He'll take advantage of the situation, quickly shift into position, as he's just going to quickly strike at the back of this frog with his daggers. Amazingly still miss as he kind of slides through some of the mud and fails.
So uncivilized.
This one, kind of eyeing you and Puck, is going to try and quickly run in and try and bite on your leg, Argent.
Puck doesn't have any sustenance. This is illegal.
Do these toads have teeth?
Oh, God.
Yes.
Well, I mean...
Did the toad make that sound as he attacked? Awesome sound effects, Josh.
My leg!
I mean, you don't even need to
Maybe I
ask.
should have
That
been
definitely
saved the
hit.
mighty Hugh for this.
Alright, so. Oh my
It's
god.
okay. I'll be all right. I had shield and everything, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'll be fine, you know.
Yeah.
I was just like, let me get out those rigged dice here.
Fuck. Alright, so. You take 11 damage and you're grabbed by it.
Okay, that's not too bad. Well, fine, okay, yeah, that's not too bad.
It's probably pretty scary for Argent though, because this thing could probably just swallow you whole. 'Cause you're so tiny.
That's illegal.
I mean, only one way to
A
find
blockade
out.
is perfectly legal.
This one kind of sees you, Velnak, but sees the smaller displacer beast. He's gonna go for your Noodle Panther.
He's going for the noodle.
He's going for that
Oh,
fettuccine Alfredo.
On. I actually have to look at this.
open your PDF. Right.
No, it doesn't hit.
It tries to snap, and Raziel kind of quickly like bats it over the head before it can even fully bite down. Pushes it away. Flora.
Alright. I shift one. Then I use Weapon of Divine Protection on this frog.
You're gonna protect the frog?
Sure.
No, just kidding.
You're gonna protect it from living anymore.
Unfortunately, that will not hit.
Doesn't matter, the effect still stands.
All right.
Huh, that's pretty sweet. So what does that look like, Flora?
I don't know, I didn't think of this as an at-will. I don't think of how fancy the at-wills are.
Well, it's ranged. There has to be something happening.
But it's not, I just have a halberd. It's got reach.
Oh.
Uh,
Okay.
So you're holding it at the ready.
Oh, okay. So I get it now. Yeah. I thought you were like summoning some kind of fucking mystical hammer to
Nah.
smite them.
No, it's just my halberd. It has
Okay.
reach.
Oh, he's leaving.
Minor action. For the hell of it, I cast fate. I use Favor of the Gods on Weatherford,
Nice
so he
idea,
can
Cam.
re-roll his next attack roll.
Oh god, that's good. All right.
I think it's funny.
This frog, seeing Jandrin's all alone, he's gonna quickly take a bite out of crime.
Is that because they're black, Josh?
Yes.
Oh!
Now who's the racist? No, I'm just kidding.
Did it hit? Hold on.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
coming back.
It hit.
I'm coming back. Hold on.
He hit harder than Scruff motherfucking McGruff.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
White
I'm coming
out
back.
crime.
You will not be hurting my good friend Jandrin.
Oh.
Because I'm gonna disrupt this.
Oh. Oh. You bet. Well, you can still shoot him, but I'm not sure you have enough to disrupt the 24.
You let me get bitten by
Oh,
a
yeah,
frog.
you're right.
This is
Hold on, let me
racist. You're just protecting the other black elves.
I don't think I'm.
I don't feel elfish equality happening here.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna have enough to. Fuck that.
I was in
It's fine.
need first.
I think
Yeah,
you
no, that's fine.
provoked too, Velnak.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
That's
know if
true,
it's worth
yeah.
it.
Nah, I'm not gonna do it.
As the frog sinks his teeth into Jandrin, you can hear him scream, "Oh!
Captain, why?
Captain!
Help me.
Captain, crunchitize me!"
As you wish, Admiral.
Velnak.
Quarry. Obvious quarry on my own frog here.
Yes. Would you like purple?
I don't care.
It's right on his nose. He's ready.
Okay.
Beguiling Strands is such a big AoE. What the hell?
Jesus.
It's just
I'm
like,
going to nimble strike Josh.
Alright.
I'm going to shift first. And shift down.
Alright. And then fire.
And fire. No attack modifier. Actually, hold on. If none of your... no. Okay, so those are blocked out by my own cat. Oh. Okay.
Alright, so 11 unfortunately will miss.
I clicked Disruptive Strike. Wait,
Oh.
why? Wait, why? Hold on, I clicked Nimble. Hold on.
Did you mess up my macros I gave you?
He did.
Yeah, I did. Hold on. Gotta find it. Whatever.
I honestly
Right,
wasn't
you
expecting any of them to be decent at all now that we've leveled up. And you would have had to manually edit all of them.
No,
I should use find and replace to fix your sleep macro.
You remade mine, Rosie.
Did I?
You did.
Yeah.
I remember you did.
Yeah, I've probably got a document of them somewhere then.
You said, yeah, you sent me a document last time. I have to scroll up though, because I sent you like memes right after.
Clearly you've like copy pasted them wrong, because I'm looking at the macro and it's fine.
Well, Brad, you still rolled a 2.
Yeah. There was a 2 either way, man.
Yeah, no, it's still 2. It's fine.
Alright, so anything else? Well, you
yeah.
should. Yeah, you minored, and the only thing other that you have is movement.
No, I'm done with my thing, but now my cat goes.
Oh, that's right. Rosina's on right after you.
Yeah.
So,
Hiding my things.
noodle him.
What? I didn't do that. Though.
Tell him to take a bite out of the crime.
No.
Do you need me to send them to you again?
No, I have it. It's fine. Noodle. A little bit toasty. Should be it. Did I go in? Okay. So Noodle Panther is gonna take a bite out of crime here.
You would slide him left or right of your choice.
Okay.
Take a bite out of crime.
Noodle Panther. Noodle Strike. No.
That will unfortunately miss.
Does he still get the partial concealment though?
I'm a character in Skyrim.
I would imagine that he would, because
It's still like because
Yeah.
like the way they get it is like just them hitting, like trying to hit with their
with the illusion tendrils and stuff. So yeah, he would still get the partial concealment, so he'd get a +2 to his AC.
Okay. Alrighty, that's all I can do.
This frog is gonna try and chomp on Weatherfin.
Save him!
Anakin, drop!
You're rolling like really good tonight, Josh.
There's so many rolls. Unfortunately, John, Ilmar just failed. But would anyone like to disrupt that?
I mean, I'd love to, but...
I will save this nerd.
I'll save this nerd.
At least try to.
Now you can click the disruptive strike.
The note will be fine.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
I bet you wish you were a normal elf now, fucking dark man.
What
I
the
have elven
fuck?
accuracy, you casual.
What the fuck?
Alright, so
Are you trying to shoot him?
as you literally go to pull an extra arrow out, you're not paying attention where you are, so you kind of shift just a little further back, and it catches onto a vine, and you don't even get to fire your arrow.
What the fuck, man? I rolled a 2, the last one a 1, this one?
Oh, God. Alright, so... Fucking Christ. Oh, God. As he
no.
latches
Oh no.
latches onto Weatherfin. And just, like, starts whipping him around for a moment as Weatherfin kind of tries to hold his ground. He's just sliding all around the mud. Arjun, you're currently
Alright, so...
bite grappled by a frog.
Beguiling strands this giant-ass area, so I'm just going to be hitting both the frogs into the friendly blast. Bah. Bah. Do both of those hit their will?
Definitely.
Okay, so
Breaks
I
out
slide.
the confetti.
I don't know.
It's like light
So-
strike.
I was gonna say, this area, right? What the fuck's this?
That's coming into play in a moment.
Well,
Does
we'll
that
find out
get
what it is
hit?
in a second because I'm throwing the frog in there. Whatever it is, the
Oh,
frog's
no.
going in it.
Oh no.
All right. So
I have 5 squares at push. It's going somewhere.
squares.
Actually, no. Let's push it past it. No, actually, no. Put it at the edge, like right here, because I have a master plan.
All right. So you shove them straight in there.
And then I'd like to action point.
And that's
Charm of
I like this.
Wrath.
I use my free action chaos seed on whenever he's about to attack.
All right.
What does that even mean? Well, whatever. I'm still doing this. All right. Fucking Charm of Misplaced Wrath versus this thing. 26 versus Will.
Oh god. Oh god. That definitely hits.
I slide him over to here and then make him hit this frog.
Oh god.
Chaos seed 4.
As,
It's also affected by this. Cool.
oh,
This one grants CA until the end of my next turn.
Fucking Christ.
And that frog is dazed.
So many status effects. Oh god. This guy is prone as well. As kind of splash down. So Arjun, as you kind of shove him back, shove the frog that's latched onto you back into the large insect swarm that now buzzes up, you can see immediately start trying to chew into the hide of this giant frog. God damn. So let me roll damage for it as you see it literally being gnawed on. Oh god. At this point you can see it's getting like bites around its eyes, its mouth, its back, and anywhere that seems to be tender, the insects are already immediately there starting to gnaw on it.
Ugh.
Also, this frog basically attacked this one. Don't forget about that.
Oh shit.
I should probably make.
Oh.
Yeah, I should probably actually put an ability title in both of those. I don't know. Oh no, actually, it's at the top. I should make it bold.
Unfortunately, I would not hit the other frog's AC.
He takes a plus. It's an additional +2 if you didn't include that.
That would still not hit.
Okay.
Alright. Anything else, Sergeant?
I have action pointed. No, I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm not moving.
At this point, Jondrin, he's gonna stand his ground. He's gonna pull out his long sword and just immediately take a straight at the toad. Immediately sinks the blade right into its side.
It's also granting combat advantage from Rossi.
Well, that's the one to the north. This one's to the south.
Rossi did the Chaos Seed on my action point, which was Charm and Misplaced Wrath on this one.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. Oh, okay, Jondrin's the one with the bow. Never mind. I thought it was Elmar that was attacking.
Can you see their names?
Yeah, I can. I just.
He's just stupid.
Oh.
Ah.
Is it because I'm an elf?
Oh,
Yeah, it is actually.
I have higher int than you.
God. So Weatherfin gets gets to reroll his attacks, and he gets +2 for CA. So
If he re-rolls it, he has to keep the second result.
Yeah.
Inspired.
I don't think he wants to re-roll it.
as you see him immediately turn around and get vengeance on this frog, he just sinks the blade into its back for fucking 12 damage.
Yeah.
Destroyed.
Target destroyed. You can see him stand up, his arms all bloody, but you see like this big smile like, fuck yeah! Take that!
I can can like use my hair
Language.
to move parts of my face in the dark.
He's like, oh, die, knave! Alright.
I'm being eaten.
This one extremely messed up. Knows when it's licked, so Kesh, you're gonna get a free attack on it.
Okay. Was not prepared.
Don't let him escape. Kill him.
He's trying to get into the swamp again. And, oh shit! Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. Would I get like sneak attack is turn based, right? Not round based. So technically, I'd get sneak
I
attack,
believe
right?
it's based in this one.
It's turn-based.
Yeah. So okay.
So
I don't know, actually. Isn't there a feat called Opportunistic Sneak Attack?
opportunistic. Maybe.
I'll go check. You rule it however the...
I know there's one for getting it.
I would say it's just to the round. So you could stack that on there, especially since it will refresh on your turn anyway.
I'll go look it up.
So
Well, I'm positive it's every turn, like every person's turn, you get sneak attack, but I just didn't know precisely if you could do it like on an opportunity attack, I guess. I do have CA because I have Cunning Stalker.
Oh yeah, so then you get it anyway. So immediately as it goes to turn, you catch it right on its back leg and just smash its spine. You see it like give out one last croak, like, and it just immediately dies right there in the mud.
Yeah, you don't need a feat for it, so...
You know, I kind of hate myself right now. I gave myself this like fringe bit for a joke, but I kind of like it.
You okay, Argent?
I'm fine. It only bit my leg. It'll clean out fine. Ow.
So I move up to here. Since it's my turn now. I will do a 1-2 punch on both of these frogs. I have CA versus both of them. One's dazed, one's prone.
Mm-hmm.
So, first one, second one.
Oh shit!
And I get to do sneak attack versus both because I obviously hit both of them. So, there you go.
Very nice. God damn. As you immediately step forth, you just smash into these frogs. Great opportunity. And striking right into their bellies. You can hear bones cracking. You see one of their legs is completely dislocated as it's like being chewed on by the insect swarm. Fucking just dies right there as the bugs continue to feast on it in its opportunity.
Nice. So as she's just bashing the fuck out of these frogs, she's like, I'm motherfucking tired of these motherfucking frogs in this motherfucking swamp.
Oh god.
Don't be like her, Weatherfin.
You can be better. You can refrain from meme references.
Oh god. Oh, at this point you see fucking Ilmar's. He's like, yeah, get him!
Oh, if that frog's not dead, I'll tack on Furious Assault. It's a free action.
Oh yeah, he's holding up. Oh Jesus Christ! As you see him like twitching, just barely trying to like shuffle it back into the mud, you just catch it, and just immediately just right onto its head.
I aim my blow so that the brains fly on Weatherfin.
Oh, I'm glad I can clean him up magically.
He's just
Poor
like,
boy.
It's like, cool.
Oh god.
He's authentic frog brain.
Oh god.
Well, at least he's impressed.
At this point, you can see Ilmar's a little worried about Jondrin being by his own self over there with the frogs, so he's gonna quickly run on over to support him. Oh god. At this point, he's gonna try and strike him with his shiny new dagger. And he fails so hard.
So hard.
So hard. This frog. It's kind of ignoring you, Belknap, for the now. He's gonna still keep trying to take a bite out of the panther.
Stop trying to touch my noodle.
Delicious. Oh shit.
Oh man,
shit.
it's gonna hit my noodle.
Oh
He
man.
wants a
One like
piece of that
equals one
linguine.
prayer.
Roll
Like-
a 1 on damage.
Oh, that's
I see.
For 8 damage on reveal. As he quickly kind of gets a moment, bites one of its 6 legs.
My noodle. We'll have to extra kill this frog.
Alright, Flora. Weatherfin's got a nice coating of brains.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be fine. Step to here.
as long as they aren't his, he'll be fine.
Get rid of this. Fuck it, I'm just gonna use Hammer of the Gods on the frog.
That's a good sentence. I'm gonna use the hammer of the gods on the frog.
So just
So
call
what
him.
does that look like? Explain your
This
attack.
one, she kind of lifts up the halberd and like brings it down like a hammer, just over her head, just right on top of it.
Nice. Keshi will remember that. A fellow
gotta.
blunt weapon specialist.
Halberds aren't blunt.
But you just said like a hammer.
Yeah, like a hammer. A halberd's more of a big axe.
You're showing an affinity for blunt weapons with your style.
Yeah, your technique is on point.
You're
Alright.
styling like a hammer.
It's like when you smoke, they think you'll be good at vaping.
Smoke after sex. So this one's going to keep trying to take chunks out of Jandrin, seeing how he's managed to get a few nibbles on his leg already. And he's going to continue nibbling on Jandrin's fucking leg.
Really? Jesus Christ. Is this where the party dies? Frogs?
This is just...
Is this how it ends with thunderous croaks?
This is how
He hit.
democracy dies.
He hit the frog that I just hit, right?
Yeah. The frog just hit him.
Alright, hit
Oh,
him.
okay. Yeah, no,
Okay,
so the
never mind.
radiant...
Not hammer timing.
So I thought he was attacking the frog.
No.
Ignore that.
It was reverse. Unless you wanted to do 2 radiant to charge.
I don't think I can. I need to hit Jandrin with the Hammer of the Gods first.
Well, nah, kill the frog.
I don't think he'll appreciate that.
So at this point, you just see Jandrin like panicking, like as Ilwar's trying to like slice into this. He's like, "Boss, help, help, help!" His like leg is like halfway down this frog's throat.
Oh, that poor bastard.
I never made a macro for magic missile.
I would help.
Magic missile.
Lightning bolt, lightning bolt.
Why would you?
You can't dodge magic
Point at
missile.
an enemy and say, that one takes 7 damage.
Twin striking. My noodle's foe. Ah!
Oh shit!
Nice.
Both will end. So, don't forget your Corey.
I did. It's in there.
Yeah, the
one.
first one had it.
You
Fancy.
didn't roll high.
Oh,
Yeah, you just rolled like shit.
you have.
I mean, I still
wait,
hit him.
You don't have a dex mod. You have to have a dex
Yeah.
mod.
You don't add dex to twin strike.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting that.
If you added dex to twin strike, you'd be like, oh, I deal 40 damage at level 1, man, like, it's fucking easy.
That is
Yeah.
true.
Pretty much.
It should be 1d12 plus 1. So I guess
Should
8.
it now? Should it?
That's what it says on the
Yeah.
sheet.
Enhancement bonus gets added.
Right.
So it should just be 8 and 7.
That's another 2 going. As he lands 2
not-
arrows into this
I'm not
frog.
gonna fix it.
and starts to croak.
Good. And Noodle!
Noodle him. As he takes oh shit. As he takes the opportunity to slice back at this frog for biting his legs viciously.
I'm in a
Frog is
dastardly combat with this beast.
This beast is now bloodied.
I'll come over and help you.
Argent! Yes, he needs the help, Cash.
Hey, Jondrin!
I'm sure Keshi's got that. I'm gonna magic missile the one eating Jondrin's leg. Just takes it.
It takes
It's
how
just
much?
it's just 8 damage. It's magic missile. It just hits.
If it's an auto hit, does it still trigger my thing?
Does it say attack?
So
It's just when.
It's
It says
arcane.
when an
evocation.
ally
Yeah, so it would go off
which
then.
implies
Alright,
like
cool.
an attack roll.
Or,
Honestly,
well, yeah.
if it says hits, it implies an attack roll.
Yeah, because
And you
Um,
rolled shitty
Let
anyway.
me click
so-
it again.
well,
you
at least I
rolled
got
shit.
rid of the bad ones for you.
And I mean, that's all I'm gonna do. It's not like I already used my action point.
Shoot more or something! His puck sits on your shoulder.
Jondrin's just screaming out with this frog and is like,
Ah!
I fire the beam of light.
oh yeah, what does your magic missile look like?
Oh, yeah. What color?
What shape?
It is a bright, scintillating beam that shoots out of Argent's fingers, coalescing into a single strand, that then accelerates rapidly towards the frog.
Special beam cannon from Piccolo?
Really? Is that what that looks like? I haven't seen
I mean-
Dragon Ball Z in forever.
He does it with, like, he puts his 2 fingers to his dome, and then he...
Yeah.
Oh, shit. See, now you
He's
can
like,
roll
I
damage.
got an idea!
So,
I'll never know what TN does during that. He's just, like, going, like, 8 different fucking things, and he's like, alright, cool, yeah. Yeah.
He's just doing hand things, so he looks like he's helping.
It looks like he's helping, and then he just...
I'm so fast. It doesn't even register.
alright. So, as Jondrin panics, he just brings the sword straight up and drives it down into the frog. Floor.
Okay, roll,
now
you
roll.
can roll it now.
Yeah.
You can roll
Okay,
it.
good.
And it
Ah.
won't roll a 1 or a 2.
There
See?
you go.
Patience is virtue.
Just as like it holds down, as he's panicking, just trying to hold on, the radiant light strikes down with force, and it finally releases it. You hear just one little as it opens up and finally goes limp, dead.
Nick, are you controlling the magic lights at your house? Oh, you have a remote?
I said the same
That's cool.
shit.
That is really cool. So you could be like there with a lady, be like, "Hey, baby,
I've got a remote for my light too.
I've never seen remotes for lights before. This is crazy."
There's actually no
Now
wall
there are
control.
2 of them. This is getting out of hand.
There's no wall controls for this light. If I lose this remote, I can't actually control my fan or the light.
Now there are 2.
Yeah, same.
All right. At this point, Witherfin kind of ecstatic at this moment. He's just gonna charge recklessly at this other frog.
Does he have any kind of like enchantment on him, Fora? Didn't you put something on him?
I'm pretty sure that's probably one off. God, I've turned into a brilliant beam of light. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it wore off.
But he'll
Yeah, it's worn off.
let's look at the +1 for the charge now. As he fucking delivers. God damn.
It's not delivery. It's to Jordan House.
What a guy!
So, rock hard about this right now.
As the little elf boy quickly charges in, just rends his blade through the side of the frog and cutting part of its stomach open. As he's charging, you can just hear like in his really almost overly excited squeaky voice, like for Western,
For what? What did you say?
Western, the colony.
Wow. He's having like the fucking duel of the fates over here, and I'm just gonna walk up and smash this shit. Velnak, do you need some assistance?
I'm pretty okay, but if you want to kill it, that's cool too.
Baka.
Baka.
Alright, so I get. Oh,
Oh
fuck.
no! Oh
I immediately
Bad
eat my fucking words.
no! No!
That's what I like to see in this game. Some dank meme ones.
Alright, I have to recover. I will action point.
I was about to say, like, you can't let it end like this. Not like this.
Don't let the flame die out.
Another one.
18.
Another one.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
Another one.
Go ahead and describe how you myrtleize this frog.
So she kind of slides a little bit as she's making her first downward swing, as she's delivering her witty banter to the captain, and then quickly recovers and kind of brings it in like a spin, like just knocking this toad like 20 feet out into the swamp.
As it lands with a loud splash, you just immediately see another swarm of insects kind of quickly swarming over the corpse, trying to devour this creature. And that's combat.
We are going home. No.
Did you see that hit, Captain? I think I deserve to at least get the second base.
That's a little inappropriate.
Does anyone need healing?
I'm surrounded by prudes.
I'm sorry. It's just
I think
I've gotta
Benji
do-
over here.
I've got to do what I've got to do first. Oh, Josh.
I'm gonna heal Jandran.
Yeah, as you can see as you come over, like up to his thigh, there's just like tooth marks going all the way down his legs, or his leg. Please, oh, it hurts so much.
Does Jandran even have surges?
Yes.
You have to have surges or you die. No, I'm just kidding.
Nice. Actually, put him back in the nice boom. Excuse me. Oh, jeez. Too far. No, put him back to full. Thank you. As you kind of cast your radiant light over his leg, you can see the open wounds that were bleeding out profusely over his leg quickly seal over. You can see, Ilmar and Jandran are very surprised at how adequate you are at healing.
So, Josh.
Yes.
Well, how does healing work with with my nude?
You would have to spend your healing surges for it.
Yeah, something I learned is Paracelsus. Whenever you use a surge, your Noodle Panther will heal the surge too.
Okay, so like, oh man, I have 7.
Yep. You share a pool
Basically,
with your pet.
you surge as normal, and then it just goes to your pet.
Okay, I'm gonna go to 6.
At this point, you can see Weatherford is he's wincing a
That's
little
too much.
bit from getting dragged a little bit. He's like, that's so amazing. I've never been in combat like that. You guys are awesome.
This was only wild animals.
I mean, have
Hold
you
on.
seen Jandran's leg?
Well, hold on.
Well, I'm sure it
Hold
looks
on. It looks good. You can get like a tattoo on it later, and it'll be a cool design. It'll be great.
Very
Oh,
true.
I actually have more HP. There we go.
My thought went away because I started talking about fucking meme tattoos.
I'm gonna heal Weatherfin as well.
Yeah, you can see that even though for your sizes it wouldn't be much, but for him it's over like part of his arm, his chest a little bit. As you cast your healing word over him, yeah, you bring him back to full. Even though there's the remnants, the blood and the stains there, he just looks at his arm as everything kind of closes. Like, that's amazing. See, I knew I didn't have anything to worry about going out with you guys.
And
I'm glad I can magically get this mud out of my boots. I used to hate traveling.
such a proper little lord you are. And she'll like ruffle your hair, Argent.
Do you enjoy mud in your boots?
I mean, sometimes it just makes me like, I don't know.
Did you
Just
stab?
yeah.
Archie,
For you.
my dress.
Yes. I would have successfully made somebody leave with that dab.
Oh wait, were you dabbing on camera? I missed
I
it.
dabbed on camera for Nick.
Ah,
Nah.
There's a bad dab too. It's as white as I could get. Oh.
oh, let me try.
Oh.
That's not a dab, Ken. That's
That's not a
eye.
dab.
You dab on too much of an angle, yeah, you just get that. You kind of get.
So you put one arm up and then one arm down.
No, I was.
My
thinking-
favorite is just
I know how to dab. I was
No,
being.
I was saying one arm in the Hitler salute, the other arm.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
In the
that's
dab.
That's our new national salute.
multi-meme drifting.
I don't need this. But I'll turn to our young lad. I mean,
With
It
the
is-
ruffled hair.
with the not the Argent
No,
ruffle.
no, the other.
the other young
The
lad.
other young lad.
The other young lad.
Is it half elf?
He's a young lad.
Yeah, I was just curious.
He's the youngest of lads.
The youngest of lads. His balls haven't even,
My boy!
Josh's face right there. Say, I know you're eager for combat, but if we run into the orc camp, they might not be as easy to take care of. They will not care that you're tiny. Just look at him.
As you tell him, he's like, I'll be ready. I'll be ready to send those bastards into the mud where they belong. At this point, you can see like fire in his eyes. Like there's a reason he's out here to look for such things.
I bet my noodle he's gonna die, and then we leave.
I admire courage, but
Captain, he's
advice you do stay close to.
set in his ways. Out here, there's no mercy for the weak. He will either live or die.
My goal is to get him back alive.
It's a very noble goal, but
I mean, what
just
if they give
watch
us
out
something
for
extra?
tree branches, Captain.
Oh yeah, I got. Oh, a log there. Let's go. I hear like a clock ticking, and I'm not really fond of it.
So, after continuing your way, after the small skirmish between you and the beasts of the swamp, you finally start making your way into a clearing. You could see what seemed like a few tents set up. The entirety of the area seems to have a few supplies. What looks like a few bedrolls. Very clear.
I have to zoom out. There it is.
Very, very clear that there's been a numerous amount of people in and out of this area. You can see that some of the more marsh-like areas have clear drag marks for what look like to be larger trees that have been led through the waterways. Just easier transport to the lumber mill works that are further inland towards Western. You can tell they've been hauling logs using the marsh to kind of float them down down the waterways. At this point, though, you can see there's been what looks like quite a large commotion as you're looking around this camp. You do see maybe one or two other darts. There's no other marks or totems from what you could see, though, but this seems like the best point to look around in.
I take a knee. You said darts?
Yes.
Like throwing darts?
Like blow
Don't do
darts.
it. Don't
Yeah.
do it, Cam.
No, I have to. I reach down and I pick one up and I say, "These darts are too accurate for swamp people."
That wasn't the meme I thought you were going to go for.
I'm full of surprises.
He pulls them out of the hat. You never expected.
I was waiting for a
Have you seen these
prequel
kind
meme.
of darts before, Kashi?
Sorry, what'd you say?
Have you seen these kinds of darts before?
Have I, Josh? I don't actually. I was just being silly.
For these, no. They don't look
No.
like any make that you'd recognize.
Okay, then I totally did not say that before. Being silly.
I do wanna look around. So
I'll look around too, why not? Investigation.
I will look.
It's a dish best served with 12 wisdom.
I'm gonna use like me.
Let us
I'm also
commence the looking.
I'm gonna have the noodle pants, all around.
Mm-hmm. All right. So for those of you kind of searching around, you can go ahead and roll perception. Those kind of looking for tracks or anything of like maybe outside the camp or clues would be in danger.
Okay.
Well, okay then. I guess I'll just roll perception to find out.
I'm gonna do
We're going to
the.
find nothing.
Oh!
I'm gonna do the tracks. the
Arjun
nature
is
track.
on point with every skill check. It's just like, oh, is that a 20 I found?
Is that a 20 I found out of combat?
What are we rolling? Perception?
Perception just to
Perception
do
to look around in the camp, nature to look around for like outside the camp for clues.
Josh
Okay,
minus nature.
definitely not doing.
All right. So, Velnak, you quickly find multiple tracks. Some are clearly human. It's very easy to see that, especially up and down the marsh banks and such, going in and out of tents. You do see larger footprints. Not like earlier. They're very large, humanoid. They have 5 toes. But as you're kind of looking around, you do manage to see the 3-toe claw mark again, though these ones are still very small. Probably you would say the creature's size, judging by the footprint, would be at most maybe 3 feet tall. And let's see. So, Argent, you're searching around in camp.
Yeah.
As you come upon the barrels, you're looking around. You can see there's a few spiders. There's a couple of snakes, things that have quickly moved in, just kind of taking residence in this somewhat lofty abode for their size, until you get around to the barrels here. And you notice there's a slime trail going in between, kind of tucked underneath what looks like a cloth. And when you kind of pull the cloth back, you hear what just sounds like a person screaming in agony as they look at you. And
You're hideous.
you see the head of a person and the body of a slug as he's just screaming in agony. Just, "Ah!"
What the fuck?
I will jump 10 feet in the air backwards.
Roll an insanity check.
Can I just gain like 4 points?
I'm going to immediately try to kill it.
By all that is holy, do you see that enemy over there?
All right, go ahead.
I'm just going to magic missile
Yeah,
it.
just go ahead. All right, then damn
8
it.
damage.
8 damage to you. As he's screaming in agony, you leap back. As this.
Josh, where do you find these fucking images? Sorry.
I'm gonna be honest, that is pretty fucking disturbing. That's like some SCP tier shit.
As you
Yeah.
just see this Argent, everyone just sees Argent leap back in horror as this scream rings out from between the barrels, and he launches a missile in. You see a flash and an explosion of guts out the back, and now there's just a limp, horrified face, completely decapitated from this strange maggot-like body. At this point, the only thing you could see is that there's one dart that seems to be stuck in the back of the neck of the head.
I'm gonna
What?
meander over, and I want to nature this shit.
What
Does
the hell
anyone
was
know
that?
what that is?
Strange creature.
Can I nature this shit?
I am horrified.
Go ahead.
Oh, I don't know shit about this thing.
No, the most you could tell is that the only thing you can see on him that's irregular, aside from the odd body,
The head.
obviously, is that
Since it's decapitated now, I pick up the head by the hair and just hold it in front of my own and look at it.
That's kind of weird.
at this point you could see like Weatherfin's face goes pale. It's like he
No,
was.
Flora, don't touch it. That's gross.
He just looks. He's like, was that what you just shot? Where'd it come from?
It startles me. It was between the barrels. It screamed at me.
I saw it.
She starts like poking it.
What if it's contagious?
As you do, you see
That
like
is no concern of mine.
as you do, you see
I
like
will not
insect
get
guts
it.
dripping out of the neck.
Ugh.
And for the nature of the most you could tell, out of all the oddities, maybe something on the blow dart. This is all you could figure out.
I do not want to deal with the poison that turns into a half maggot screamer.
Yeah, that's. I definitely am not cool with that.
I'm not trained in nature, so I can't really, provide any input here.
Yeah. I could try to nature the dart, but am I just gonna keep naturing this stuff as we go along?
Alright, go
I
ahead.
mean, it could be you like smelling the poison on the dart or something.
Alright, how about that one?
You can tell there's definitely a unique mixture of herbs. Something smells somewhat close to blood and a very strange, unique substance. Most you could assume is maybe some kind of magical property enhanced with whatever comes from around here that caused this effect. At this point, though, you could also see as you're holding the head, Flora, that Weatherfin is kind of eyes locked on the head, just getting very, very pale.
You should toss that to the boys getting.
I'm bored of the head anyway. I just toss it over my shoulder.
Ah! Jump out of the
I
way.
roll to dodge. Ah. Right by Argent.
We should have the darts investigated by someone who can actually determine what is in them.
Like maybe a nature expert, like a ranger or something.
I've already examined it.
Just tell them.
I would. Well, no, I would have repeated that information to them.
So yeah, you would have heard Valak said there's probably a magical property included with whatever was mixed in.
We have a magical property, guy. Trap.
Oh, did somebody say magical property?
Trap. I need you to.
Could probably just take it away.
No, I must try in the field.
He's in me.
I will look at the dart magically.
Give me the Arcana. Oh shit! So, this has almost like a transmutation property, almost kind of familiar to like a polymorph spell, except permanent.
I'm just
actual content of the liquid itself, you're not entirely sure where it is. It seems to be some kind of new form of magic, or magic that you haven't seen before yet. It's definitely alchemical in a way, though.
I'd be very, very, very careful with that. It's apparently a permanent polymorph spell. I think the dart
Perhaps
did
I
that to
should
that
be
man.
the one holding them.
Yes.
Yes.
You hold the dots. These are very dangerous to everyone else.
Was there anything else in the camp, like valuables or chests or anything?
This is probably very looted.
In the camp itself, you could tell many of the footprints that everything's emptied up. The most you could find is like ragged clothes, a few other like maps, maybe a very beat up looking axe that was used to cut down a few trees here and there. Other than that, it seems to be like water barrels, rotten food, other things that creatures themselves have gotten into for a few days that nobody was here. For those who search around Velnax, you especially, you found the other trail that seems to have the larger uncovered foot that's barefooted, going into the swamp in large numbers. Not the clawed one, but just the
bigger.
Yeah, larger humanoid foot, the 5 toes. Though you do see occasionally the 3-toe claw mark. It seems to be very sparse, almost like it was running and leaping occasionally to each location that it kind of moved to. It's very hard to track.
I feel this 3-toed thing is a scavenger.
As you're kind of looking at the crate, you kind of just see it like sitting next to some of the more rotted food. Just kind of seems to be sitting there, like eyeing you all. Flora, as you're kind of searching through some of those boxes and looking around, you kind of see more of a mean-looking spider, probably the good size, close to a person's hand, kind of crawl out the top as it's dragging what looks like old kills out to clean what looks like it made to be a nest out of the crate.
I ignore it.
It ignores you back.
Miss me with that porcelain shit.
As you kind of get close to those barrels as well, you hear a hiss from in between the crates and the barrel itself. As you kind of look down, you can easily see there's a albino-looking snake kind of poised and ready. But no, at this point, Velnak, you could definitely see the trail that leads deeper into the swamp off to what looks like maybe somebody who had taken maybe the supplies from this location. Other than that, not entirely sure where the 3-toed kind of creature had run off to. It seems to follow the larger humanoid footprints, and that's as much as you could tell. They seem to both be going in the same direction.
I'll relay that information about the tracks. And just in general, the reappearance of our 3-toed friend.
Well, I don't know if it's orcs at this point. I don't know why an orc would bother using polymorphing poison. So I guess let's continue.
As you start heading out the camp, you can see it takes Weatherfin probably a good minute to finally work up the nerve to get back to moving again.
Our good friend is stuck back there.
Yep.
Flora, go pick him up. We don't have time for him to freeze.
Very well.
We can get him counseling later. I'll probably need it too after seeing that damn war.
Or just lifts him up with one arm.
He doesn't even resist. He kind of just like holds on to you very tightly. So at this point, Melnak, you start leading your way through the marsh. It's very easy to follow these tracks. They're not very well covered, though it seems
They're just kind of sloppily made.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like anyone was really trying to keep their tracks hidden at the rate that they were going. It seems like they kind of quickly came in, took everything, and then just left in a hurry.
Oh, does anybody want to go 5 minutes? This would be 5 minutes, kind of. Now we need to sit down, rest. Just 2 people.
I would count it as you kind of looking around for clues. It was
Okay.
I mean, it's not like we were looking that hard either.
Yeah. Okay. I was just thinking, wow, I did not want to drag him over there. Okay.
I mean, you found some really obvious footprints, and I found, something that anybody was going to find eventually, a screaming worm.
I'm screaming.
Yes, the screaming worm effect. How many people have nightmares tonight? We'll find out. You quickly lead the way through the swamp. You do eventually kind of lose track of the three-toed footprint. Kind of seems to vanish into the waters once again. The next patch of land that you could see through the marsh, though, that seems to have at least trackable land, is a good ways out. So, from what you could tell, either the person who was following along with this path left the group, or seemingly lost interest. Well, that's as far as you can tell, though, from where the tracks vanish into the deeper parts of the water. As you continue on, you start seeing a few more areas of the brush that seem to be thicker. Some trees look like they've been chopped down not quite some time ago. As you start to come across deeper and deeper, and you start to see what looks like the shape of kind of like a barricade that's been set up. You get the scent of meat in the air cooking in a pot. There's some other kind of stew almost. Very unusual, especially this deep in the swamp itself, so far away from the camp. But you do kind of remember that there was no cooking pot, there was no utensils, nothing was left there for what would make a camp capable for being there for such a long period of time. As you finally come around seeing this small fortress setup, you can hear various amounts of drums being played.
Do I recognize the drums?
For them, you would recognize them a little bit as more primal, but sounds like almost like a celebration. At this point, and I'll move you over as you can kind of get a good view from where you are without being spotted. As you can see what looks like the most you can tell green skinned orcs kind of just running around celebrating. Some that look like they're carrying different odds and ends and weapons, others that look like they're getting ready for a battle, others that are kind of fighting with each other. Seems like a very, very primitive bunch kind of running around. You do spot a few others that are more ordained, as well as a few other tents that are clearly taken from the camp that you were just at. You're not sure who's inside each of those tents as they kind of stand at about probably a good 8 to 10 feet up. You could definitely.
Are we on the high ground?
For this, you can see close to it, but they're about even with you. If you keep a distance to get close, you would have to go a little bit lower. And for the areas wrapping around, when you see the camp itself, it seems like they were cutting down some of the trees with some of the tools that they had been stealing and managed to take and made their own kind of barricade around their camp. In front, you could see what looks like almost like a spiked barricade gate at the very front, with what looks like some kind of strange boulders or rocks with multiple ties of ropes on top of it. You can hear someone pounding on steel as another's kind of like stoking fire. Some are talking a little more primitively. And for you, Kesh, even though it's very broken, you kind of understand it a little bit of talking about finding supplies as they're kind of just almost yell talking. Others are punching. Others seem to be arguing over some of the hatchets. Others who are going to get the better made weapons and be like the boss's right hand.
So, I can probably only see these people.
Yeah. As you can see, like the front's like right here. It starts to curve up where the tree is, and then where the cart is, you can see the cart at the top, and then back in the very back.
But I have
here.
no idea these people.
No,
I can see these people.
You can see the smoke rising, so you assume there's probably cooking.
There's something. Yeah, there's like a cooking. Something's on fire here, but it's controlled.
Yeah.
I feel I wouldn't know much about orc culture. You know what I mean?
And the most you could tell is
because she's raising her hand, not saying anything. She looks like she has to go pee or something like.
In the pond, go!
Teacher.
I know this.
So, any
Calling our resident orc expert in the audience.
Yeah.
any advice on this?
Well, if it were up to me, I would say that I should get in and
Challenge them to
entrance.
Mokra? You're right. Thrall.
get in and
Make-
make an opening for you all to get in as well. Those spikes don't look too friendly.
I also have an additional idea. If I can make the approximation of a male orc noise, maybe I can get them all to come out here.
Well, I mean, if we want them to come out, I think I could get them to come out. She undoes like the top of her thing a little bit. I mean, if that's the plan.
I mean, you just said the spikes looked inhospitable. You just offered a pretty somewhat convincing plan, I guess. I mean, we could also just light it on fire. I mean,
I don't know if everybody knows what I'm talking about right now.
I do.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Honor do.
So, Ken, in World of Warcraft, in the whole, like in just kind of like the tribes or the orcs, there is basically somebody comes up to the war chief and like he invokes this, and they have to duel. Like it's just a straight strength versus strength. You just beat the fuck out of each other until the other one dies.
Like with fists, or you can't use weapons, or
You could use weapons.
Honor wise, yeah, you can use weapons. The only thing that's really not permitted is magic.
Mm-hmm.
And which is what fucking Gul'dan did. And everybody, like all the orcs were like really upset with it, but like who's gonna fuck?
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah.
Yeah, So, what do you think, Captain? I could lure them out. I could sneak in and create an opening, distraction. I don't know. If we do want to assault this camp, I would like to maybe sneak in from the back and cause some chaos.
That is wise. Go do what you must. Anybody else have anything they would like to set up? I'm quite good with my range here.
Which one do you think is more attractive to orcs, Kashi? The screams of travelers being overwhelmed, or other orcs being overwhelmed?
I think they would both give those orcs an erection.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the travelers. I like that idea more. Because I have ghost sound.
Does like, do you know anything like I guess you know anything about chiefs? Like if
Josh?
Chief's wives, you would know definitely the honor duel because they love showing the fucking pure power they have versus another orc.
I mean, like if we fucking own a chief, is everybody gonna be like, oh fuck?
That definitely.
There is also the Makgora. I could challenge him to a duel.
Yeah. Duels never work out in D&D. I'm just gonna avoid that.
Hey, I haven't done a duel.
That's true.
I've won all my duels because I've been DMing them.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. The only reason I won my duel in Josh's game was because I fate pointed ×2.
I sense a high hit point opponent. Heart rip.
Captain, you may not know this about me, but you could say that duels are my speciality.
Hello there.
If you... I could take care of myself. And that may give us an opportunity to get inside the camp and get in position to slaughter the rest of them. Of course, we're not going to let them live.
No. Remember, each head was worth some gold.
Yeah.
I believe 50 per head.
Mm-hmm.
That to each of us, or that's just 50 total? I'd assume that's 50 total.
Sorry.
That wouldn't make any sense. It'd be like, oh, let me bring more people with me, so the gold's worth more. We have 100 people. Oh, 50 gold each.
And you know my displacer beast is getting a cut, right?
You gotta get that gold chain.
If the displacer beast gets a cut, the puck gets a cut.
Yeah.
Right.
We ain't having that. Puck shares my gold. I know.
I gotta buy ale at the tavern, man.
Come on, man. One more hit.
You have but to say the word, Captain. What are your orders?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, you're the leader, man.
I think that's fine. We'll try this.
Captain.
You wish for me to duel him?
Makgora. Nah.
Horribly butchers the pronunciation.
Yes.
That sounded pretty awesome.
No, I'm saying like in character, like he horribly butchers the pronunciation.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well,
He's like,
you need to roll the K a little bit more, Captain.
oh yeah, let me just.
Makagura.
Oh my god.
Very well. Get behind me. Let's go make ourselves known.
I hide.
You bastard!
I mean, should
Like-
some of us hide? That might make sense.
Like, I thought it was going to be like us all rolling in and then...
Oh, we're all gonna
we'll,
roll
like,
in.
watch
Cool.
the duel, you know? Like,
I'm gonna
and then
watch
kill
this
them,
1v1.
obviously, after.
Alright, let's watch this
I
1v1.
don't know exactly how agreeable they're gonna find this. I'll be standing by.
I'll be standing by. I'll have some distance. I ain't ready to get diddled.
So I will say in Orcish, as we kind of definitely approach, like I'm not trying to hide, I'm very visible, but once I basically get into like shouting range or talking range with these orcs, Keshi will say in Orcish, "You there, cowards! Who amongst you is your leader? Make him known, for I have a challenge for him."
You see the two at the front, and the rest here. Get the boss! As you can hear the others kind of rushing. You see one person kind of come out from a tent, kind of overly adorned. He steps up to the ledge. He looks over to you. He doesn't say anything. He doesn't even come down as he's kind of holding his staff, and these large feathered poles are on his back as he's kind of looking back and forth.
Would I recognize him as like the shaman or the leader? What I think.
You would recognize him as like a shaman, like
Okay.
probably like a healer, or maybe like a support for the grunts. They're pretty clear,
Right.
Poorly
Yeah.
equipped.
He's a druid, running heels on the raid, right? Got it.
Pretty much.
No, I'm just kidding.
At this point, you hear the rest kind of quickly running over. Boss, somebody's calling us cowards.
We're cowards! No!
That really hurt my feelings, boss.
I'm triggered in the back here, okay?
Boss, can you get HR out here?
At this point, you kind of hear a loud.
I'm sponsored by you, by the way.
You just hear a loud whoop as he kind of like shoves out of the tent. You can hear him pick up like various items. Some sound like wood, others sound like they're clanging against metal as you just hear thuds of his feet. After he comes into view, you could see a 8-foot orc. He's like, "Open the gate!"
Oh, do I think that is the captain
Definitely.
or the leader?
This is like a best debate of 2017 right here. He's like, "Order change. Let's go."
As he's opening the gate, I'll say, "My name is Keshi Rem, and I invoke the right of Makgora." And then I don't know, just kind of like hold my two-handed mace up.
At this point, he kind of sloshes down about, "You have your Makgora, then, little one." As he like slams down his banner beside him, and you can see him hefting his spike club. Oh, God, he proudly steps forward, chest out, his huge frame at 8 feet tall.
He's a big dude.
Ghost sound whisper to Keshi. "Just tell us if you want us to step in."
Yeah. I just like look back and just like give like a nod, like I may need that.
he just looks down and he's like, "Prepare to feel the spike club of Vox Severed Eyes." God. Roll
Try to feel my.
I like
I'll put myself on the initiative order too, even though I don't plan to do anything yet. So, just that I'm there.
Okay. So are like all the holy shit. Are all the orcs in like the camp just shouting like Makgora, Makgora?
Yeah. As you see them all stacking up, you just hear them chanting like, "Boss, Vox, Vox, Vox!" The rest start come running over at this point. You can see them all start stacking up, watching over the rim. There's another that you kind of see come into view, kind of heavily armored, kind of hefting what looks, you would assume to be maybe a great axe. He stands on the ledge, but it looks more like a giant cleaver for a blade.
how nice of them to group up in this, 5x5 spacing.
It's almost like they're asking to get confetti blasted.
Yeah. All right. So, Kesh, you would be first.
Okay. So, is this guy like right next to the chieftain though, or is he like on this ledge right here?
He's right behind him. Move him back just a touch.
Okay. I was like, he's kind of in the honor circle.
He's in
you
the
know?
honor circle. Get the fuck out of here!
Yeah, Velnak. Yeah, let's take a step back, bro.
Motherfucking cocksucker. But no,
I'm sorry. Let me just
these two,
sneeze my way back.
These two are definitely on a higher ledge, though.
I have the high ground now. I'm on a tree.
So, Josh, you got any epic duel music?
Oh,
Duel of the Fates.
oh, God. You know what? I will. We have to. It's a time-honored tradition.
Kind of nervous.
Oh, God. There we are.
There we go. Yes.
Real shit.
All right, I ignite my battle hammer.
He stands ready.
I adopt a stance that no one has seen me do. It's called Doulas Prowess.
Oh.
So each time an enemy hits or misses me, I get a free attack. Then I am going to probably regret this, but I'm going to move up to him and I am going to provoke an opportunity attack
Shit. All right.
with brutal trick. And as she does, she's kind of like purposely leaving herself open and seeing, testing his abilities.
All right. So as he move in, he quickly sees that you're leaving yourself open and quickly just thrusts the spiked mace at you.
Okay.
Oh, first AC.
So as it just laughably misses her, as she like purposely left herself open and then dodges out of the way, she says, "Wow, you are as dumb as you are big," and brings her own mace up against him. 17
17.
versus lowest of all his defenses.
Lowest of all his defenses will hit.
Yes. So 25 plus sneak attack.
God damn. That's so much damage. You just immediately come in and just boom, right across his face. You see one of his teeth immediately break out.
I'll be taking that later.
You actually immediately bloody him as you just hear like
fuck.
all the other orcs just kind of like
There's always a bigger fish.
And that is all I'm... Oh, no, I'll tack on free action, the brutal fucking strike or whatever. 1 damage.
If only you hadn't used your action point against her.
I know. I was actually thinking that when we were talking about the duel. I'm like, damn it. I wish we had an encounter. So I could recharge my action point. No, it's fine. So he can go. He does take a -2 to attack rolls.
Ooh. You gotta
And then
fuck him up.
Yeah.
Alright. So at this point he's extremely infuriated as he's kind of bleeding profusely. You can tell he almost broke his jaw just with that one strike as he kind of fixes it real quick. You see him glaring down at you and quickly just reach up and just try and strike you as hard as he can. Oh. At this point, he's completely dizzy, and he swings completely wide and straight down into the mud.
She, very lithely jumps onto his mace, and this is where his reflex.
Oh my fucking god, raped.
Are you gonna make this a challenge for me? Whoops. So this is my Doulas Prowess, and then since it's another turn, right? Like, and I have CA, sneak attack. So yeah, just land another hit.
Josh, I'd like to use my action to make a loud laughing.
At this point, you could just see all the orcs are just like absolutely horrified at this point as you keep fucking wailing into them.
All right,
Loud
my turn.
orcish laughing comes from behind him.
Yeah, it's your turn. Fucking, as he's like spitting up blood. You can see like one knee down in the mud.
Let me see what else I got here. Yeah, I will just do my at will. So 27 versus AC,
Definitely.
15 plus sneak attack, and I'm gonna also free action daze him.
Go ahead and describe how you fucking murderize this man.
The
Holy
world's
shit.
shittiest war chief.
I
Yes,
fucked this
war
guy up.
chief.
I bet I look like so fucking good right now to everyone.
Oh, damn.
So what happens is as Keshi brought like that second hit, as she kind of leapt off his mace into his head, as he's kind of just reeling dazed, she brings this blow just straight into like his neck, and his head just spins, does a 180, and his head is like facing all his troops as she just snaps his fucking neck, his thick like tree trunk neck around, and then she kind of keeps using her momentum to like basically put her feet on his chest and ride him down like a fucking tree hitting the ground, and she just stands there on his fucking body and just goes, "Lay down your weapons, scum."
Oh, fuck. At this point, they all just look back and forth to each other for only a moment as they just like quickly throw down their spears, just very shoddily made spears. You can see the other two, the fucking one that looks like he's wielding a cleaver, is hesitating for a moment, but then just kind of plants it in the ground respectfully as the other shaman kind of lays down his staff and puts away his dagger.
I look back to my crew, trying to hide a huge fucking grin on my face as I motion you all forward. Take them.
Poor Weatherfin.
All right, Brad, how hard are you right now?
I don't know.
Are you
A small
are you
7
a
to a
noodle?
light 8.
On a
You seem to
scale
be-
of noodle to diamond?
Oh, noodle to diamond. We're not yet diamond. I feel like a 6.
Okay, I got work. It's cool.
I mean, like he's kind of, his drow are weird.
Yeah.
Other races are kind of weird to them. They're like, I don't know.
Oh my god.
Well, I think this is a great moment and great timing to call it for here, because I do got to pass out. But
All right.
that was a lot of fun.
I'm glad. I was scared
was
for a
good.
moment, but like, goddamn, you fucking destroyed that man's life.
Like I said, 1v1s are my speciality. Which is weird.
Oh god. That's some good shit right there. Holy fuck, man.
Walk up to George and be like, please give me your head.
Oh,
What?
you guys now officially have a magical battle banner.
Ooh.